So it's Thanksgiving Day. I'm at the Salem-Beverly football game, and I'm sitting in the stadium across the way, and I noticed that there was a huge hill on this side. So I decided to explore it, and there's some really cool stone formations here. You got remnants of an old stone wall there, and then look at these huge groupings of granite, it looks like. I mean, this has quarry vibes to me from the ones that I've seen. Look at this dip in the hill there. Look at that. I gotta look up what was once here because, I don't know, this has quarry vibes to me. Let's keep going up higher. See what else is up here. Oh yeah, this had to have been a quarry. Look at how high up it goes. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God, this is a bit of a drop. I don't want to get too close. Wow. This definitely was a quarry at some point. Look at all the blocks here. Look at over there. Look at how it's just a vroom. Wow. So I was on top of that huge cliff over there. This was a big quarry at one point. I mean, look at the size of this. This would rival some of the quarries I've seen in Rockport. Easily 60 feet high, I'd reckon. This is so much cooler than football. So it's the day after Thanksgiving, and I'm heading into the Beverly Public Library to dig up information on the quarry at Hurd Stadium. I was let into the research room devoted to Beverly history and came across a short passage that said there were several local quarries that furnished an abundance of granite for cellar and seawalls, but it wasn't as valued as stones from Rockport. I then started researching Beverly High School, but couldn't find anything specific on the athletic fields. I then went to the cabinets on local history, but only found one article on Cooney Field, which said that Babe Ruth had played there in 1919, which is pretty cool. The librarian then came in to inform me of a promising lead. So what did you find?
Yeah, so it looks like, because this talked about shocking accidents. So this is an article from Friday, May 10th, 1895. There was an accident on a quarry that was Thomas Fitzgibbon's stone quarry off of Essex Street, in which he lost his leg. Poor guy.
So I started searching for Thomas Fitzgibbons, but unfortunately learned that his quarry was located at 258 Essex Street, which is 3 miles north of Cedar Street. My next strategy was to consult old maps of Beverly in the hopes of finding a quarry name, but the only thing listed in this area was the almshouse, which once sheltered the city's poor and homeless, and note the unusually high granite foundation and stone walls below. There was, however, 2 buildings that showed up on this 1907 map and may have been used as some sort of mill or processing plant. But at this point, I was all out of ideas, so I sent an email to the Beverly Historical Society hoping they could help. Their reply gave a promising clue. By 1903, on Cedar Street, next to number 18 Cedar, the almshouse, is the, quote, city stone crusher. Sure enough, once I started searching for stone crusher in the Beverly Evening Times, things started popping up. I found 3 references to a Beverly stone crusher in the late 1890s, but Cedar Street wasn't mentioned specifically until an article on April 20th, 1900. Then, on Monday, July 9th, 1900, I finally hit the jackpot. Quote, members of the city government visit the new crusher. Beverly now has one of the most modern plants in the state. This article provided all the answers I was looking for. It was a surprisingly in-depth feature on, quote, Beverly's new stone crushing plant on Cedar Street, and even included pictures of the machines used throughout the process. It describes how the mayor and city councilors in attendance first witnessed a blast which hurled tons of rocks into the air. These were then carried to the Big Crusher, a powerful machine that cracks big chunks of granite into small pieces with hardly any effort at a capacity of 10 tons an hour. The crushed pieces are then moved to the elevator buckets, which lift them to the recrusher, which grinds 3 to 5 tons of smaller rocks into the finest dust to be used as material for roads throughout the state. A wooden structure, 25 by 32 feet in size, housed the large crusher and boiler, and a smaller house contained the recrusher, which would coincide with the map of 1907. In 1904, it cost 70 cents to crush a ton of stone at the Cedar Street crusher. And in 1909, there was still a considerable quantity of rock still being cut there. It looks like on January 1st, 1911, the city finally took the almshouse land for a public playground. By 1921, the Cedar Street stone crusher was turning out 150 tons of stone a day. The last mention I could find was in 1928, when some children started a fire in the yard. And there you have it. The mystery of the Thanksgiving quarry was finally solved. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. And if you'd like to support future content, please consider donating to my Patreon, Stones Over Bones.